Dear students, welcome to the class of English Literature. Today, I continue with the explanation of Act 1, Scene 2 from page 36 onwards. The speech of Miranda. She says here, "Alas for pity, I not remembering how I cried out then, will cry it over again. It is a hint that rings mine eyes to it." So alas, alack means alas. How pitiful. This is the exclamatory sentence uttered by Miranda. Then she's saying here that she doesn't remember how she cried out then. And then she's saying, will cry it over again. She means to say here that I would cry in that way again. She doesn't remember how she cried then. And will she cry in that way again? It is a hint that rings mine eyes to it. So it is an occasion that brings tears to my eyes. So you have to keep in mind that Prospero was narrating the story. Prospero was narrating the story, and this is the response of Miranda to the story of Prospero. So it is told here that she is unable to remember how she cried out then, and she wished if she could cry in the same manner again. Then she's saying here it is an occasion or event that forces to bring tears to her eyes. Prospero then says, "Here a little further, and then I will bring thee to the present business." So here a little. He's saying here that listen to me a little more, and then I will tell you the present business which nows upon, without the which this story were most irrelevant. So I will come to the matter with which we have to deal now. Without that, my story would be irrelevant. So he wants to relate the story with the matter that he is going to bring now to deal with. Then Miranda says, "Wherefore did they not that hour destroy us?" A question is being asked here by Miranda to her father, that why did they not kill us? Then, to which Prospero gives the reply. Prospero says, "Well demanded wench." So, here Prospero means to say that you are asking a good question, and wench means woman. So, a good question is being asked by Miranda. Then further he says, "My tale provokes the question, dear, they dare not." So, the story which he is narrating is bound to provoke such questions in the mind of the listener, and that is the result why she is asking this question to her father. Dear, they durst not. So they dared not to kill them. So dear the love my people bore me. He is giving the reason here. And what is that reason? The love of his people. Nor set a mark too bloody on the business. So the people, they did not want their plan to appear bloody, and that is why they did not kill. But with colors fairer painted with foul ends, in few they hurried us aboard a bark, bore us some leagues to sea, where they prepared a rotten carcass of a butt, not rigged nor tackle, sail nor mast, the very rats instinctively have quit it. Now, in these lines, which I have read just now, it is told over here that the evil design, evil plan was concealed with the attractive appearance. Or you can say that since the plan, they did not want to appear bloody, it was being concealed with false appearance. Then it is being told here that in a hurry or speedily, what they did, they took them and asked them to board the boat. Bark means boat. And it's told here that after boarding the boat, they were carried some leagues to sea. Some leagues to sea means something around 3 miles, or you can call it as 5 kilometers to sea, where they prepared a rotten boat. Rotten carcass means rotten boat. It means what? The boat was without any equipment. The boat did not have the ropes, sails or mast, and the boat was run away. It was being affected, or it was being destroyed by the rats. Instinctively have quit it. They ere they hoist us to cry to the sea that rode to us. So it's being told that they put that means the people who loved Prospero, what they did, they put Prospero and Miranda on the boat, and we could what they could do, they could only cry to the sea, which rode to us. So there was tempest in the ocean, there was waves were roaring, and the only thing that they could do is to cry. Okay, then it is being told here to sigh to the winds, whose pity sighing back again did us but loving wrong. So it is being told here that we could only sigh to the winds which sighed us back in sympathy, and whatever harm the ocean did to us was done out of sympathy and love for us. So it means what? Their lives were not destroyed. They did not get drowned in the ocean. Rather, the ocean was sympathetic towards Prospero and Miranda, and that is how they are present on this island. Miranda says, "Alack, what trouble was I then to you?" Now this is an exclamatory sentence asked by Miranda, that I was of a great trouble to you at that time. To which Prospero gives the reply, "O a cherubim, thou did preserve me, thou didst smile, infused with a fortitude from heaven, when I have decked the sea with drops full of salt, under my burden groaned, which raised in me an undergoing stomach to bear up against what should ensure." So here it is being told by Prospero that she was not troublesome. Miranda was not troublesome. Rather, she was an angel. Angel who had saved Prospero from despair. Particularly her smile. Her smile had encouraged Prospero. So smiling face, it inspired Prospero with the courage from heaven. When I have decked the sea. So when I was adorned, or when I was sprinkling the ocean with saltish tears. Drops full of salt means saltish tears. When he was having tears in his eyes, and when I was groaning groaning, under my burden groaned. So when I was groaning, at that time, the smiling face of Miranda was of great help, which raised in me an undergoing stomach to bear up against what should ensure. So the smiles raised the spirits of Prospero, enabled him to stand up against such misfortune. Okay, so then Miranda says, how came we ashore? Now this is the next question which he is asking. How do we come to this shore? He gives a reply. By providence divine, some food we had and some fresh water that a noble Neapolitan Gonzalo, out of his charity, who being then appointed master of this design, did give us with rich garments, linen, stuff, and necessaries, which since have helped steadied much, so of his gentleness. Knowing I love my books, he furnished me from my own library with volumes that I prize above my dukedom. Now, Prospero is saying in this verse that how they could manage to come to the shore. First of all, he is making a reference to the grace of God. Okay, then he says about the food and fresh water that was provided by Gonzalo. So Gonzalo is an old counselor. He's an old counselor, a noble Neapolitan. This fellow, he provided some food and fresh water for the survival of Miranda and Prospero. After that, it is being told that since Gonzalo had been appointed to execute the whole plan, he was a master of the plan. What he did? He also made arrangements of rich garments, linens, goods, necessaries, and overall, above all, he made arrangements for the books because he knew he made arrangements for the books because he knew that Prospero had the love for books. Therefore, he supplied the books from his library. And these books were those books that he valued more than his dukedom. In other words, you can say the books were related to magic. Miranda then says, would I might but ever see that man. Now this is an exclamatory sentence uttered by Miranda when she says that she wishes that she could see that man whenever possible.